Ja sam tek rekao se naukao dihač, se nisam zaštao, to je silno da ga poručuje.
Okay, dear visitors, welcome to Postojna Cave. Please, if you have audio devices, continue in the front. If you are with English and you just arrived with the train, please come closer. This will be our first stop inside the cave for the English group. Please, audio. No flash, no flash. My name is Alejandra and I will be your guide today. Welcome to the longest tourist cave in Slovenia, 24 kilometers long, but today we drove 2 kilometers with our train and we still have a 1.5 kilometer walk through its most beautiful part. But before we start with our tour, I must say that Postojna Cave is a natural monument. Because of that, we still need to follow some important rules, okay? Throughout the tour, please people there in the back, come closer. I need to have the whole group for you to listen to the rules before we start with the tour. The first rule throughout the tour is gonna be forbidden to touch the formations. We can't touch the formations. It's forbidden to touch the formations throughout the tour. The second rule is gonna be no flash photography. You can take photos, but please do it without flash. And the third rule is gonna be silence. As you can see, we will have a group in the front and a group in the back. So if you really wanna listen to the explanations, we need to be silent once we have the stops for explanations, and also stick to the group. This is English group right now. We will be walking all together for 1 hour approximately with a few stops for explanations, okay? I will always be leading the group in the front if anybody needs anything, okay? Right now, we're gonna go all together to the highest point of the tour. It's gonna be a little bit uphill, but then we will descend. It's called the Velika Gora, the big mountain. Up there I will explain you how Postojna Cave is formed, the name of the formations, and also how the cave was discovered, okay? By now, take a look, enjoy the view, please follow me, please follow the rules as well. And once we're going up, you will see what we call the skyscraper, one of the tallest formations inside the cave. 16 meters tall and still continues growing. We will pass by. I will be illuminated with my lamp, but we will stop a little bit farther ahead in the Velika Gora, the big mountain, okay? By now, take a look, enjoy the view, and one more time, welcome to the cave. Let's go.
Absolutely. Vamos. Ja, ja. Ja. Ja.
What we call the Velika Gora, the big mountain, the highest point of the tour. We are located 60 meters underground, but still 30 meters above the cave entrance. And if you take a look up, you will see here how the ceiling stretches for 300 meters. It has a natural art form that gives stability to the formations, and it's also 40 meters thick. Slovenia is a country rich in caves. Over 16,000 have been discovered so far. The Postojna cave is the longest cave, 24 kilometers, and one of the most beautiful in the world. If you take a look up again, you will see that Postojna cave is formed by a rock called limestone. This rock is between 80 to 100 million years old. It's a soft sedimentary rock that dissolves quickly when enters in contact with water. So over 3 million years ago, the Puka River that you might see it outside, if you saw a river, the Puka River, you saw a river outside. The original position of that river was over 3 million years ago, if you imagine, above us, and slowly started carving its way through the limestone, dissolving it. But on its way, it was leaving tunnels and chambers at different levels. It created a multi-level system. Today we saw the first level. We saw the first level with the train. The second level is the one that we will be walking today for 1 hour. And the third level still continues being shaped and carved as the Puka River is still active nowadays. It's just with the past of the years, it changed the position and started sinking lower and lower. And today we will see it as it disappears underground when we go back with the train. But right now we're located in the second middle level. As you can see, it's rich in formations. The formations inside the cave are made of calcium carbonate, left behind by the constant seeping of rainwater through the cracks in the ceiling. Over time, the stalactites start hanging from the ceiling, and when the droplets hit the floor, it becomes a stalagmite. These formations inside the cave, they grow very, very slowly. For just 1 millimeter, it takes 10 years. For 1 centimeter, it takes 100 years. Some of the formations inside the cave are 500,000 years old. When we were going up, you might see what we call the Negatlichnik in front of us. Here I'm illuminating with my lamp. We call all of these the skyscrapers. But we passed next to the tallest one, 16 meters, and still continues growing. Sometimes and eventually these formations inside the cave, they can connect. With the constant seeping of rainwater in the same place, a stalactite and a stalagmite, they can eventually connect. When they do connect, they form what we call a cave column. Right here we have one, you can see it right here. We will see more cave columns throughout the tour, so try to pay attention once you're walking the cave because we will see more. Right now you have the chance to see just a little bit the cave. And maybe you're wondering how Postojna cave was discovered. And it was actually a coincidence. In the year 1818, a local man called Lukacic was working illuminating the entrance of the cave. At that time, just the cave entrance was well known, and it was illuminated with candles and torches. So he needed to prepare illumination because an Austrian emperor will come to visit the entrance of the cave. So he needed to climb up to set the candles and the torches. And by accident, by coincidence, he saw this inner part where we are walking in today. When he saw all this, he said, "This is a new world." But the cave entrance was already well known by prehistoric humans. How do we know that? Because archaeologists had found stone tools, weapons, and skeletons of extincted animals. As well, the oldest signature found inside the cave belongs to the 13th century. But just 1 year later, of Lukacev's discovery in the year 1819, the cave was already open to tourists. But at that time, the tour was more challenging and even could last for the whole day because of the lack of infrastructure and poor illumination. That's why in the year 1872, a unique railway was installed for the first time inside the cave. And in 1883, electric illumination was also added inside the cave even before than other major cities in Europe, even before than in London. So the evolution of the light inside the cave is also something very interesting. First candles, torches, lamps, headlamps, until what we see now that it's electric illumination. Us as guides, we go in the front of each group because we have a sensor. And that sensor will detect us every time that we walk. Because when there's no people inside the cave is in complete darkness, as well to preserve the formations. We will see some places of the cave in complete darkness. Not the whole cave, because as you can see, there's a lot of people still walking the cave, but some parts you will see it in darkness as it's supposed to be in nature.
Era muy difícil el acceso, entonces le llevaban el calvario porque era difícil. Hay muchísimas cosas que hemos conocido. എനിക്ക് 1872 മറയിൽ
You can take a look how it looks when there's no people walking.
This is a very, very good position for you to see this. Take a photo, take a look. It's very beautiful.
بس هي تقدرش تطلع بلا ما كلهم ينزلوا كل هدول فوق لا
This explanation, so if you're still there in the back, try to join us, okay? Well, for the people that is already here, take a look back because this is a very good position because you will see the inner parts of Postojna cave discovered in 1818. As well, you can see that we are coming from the highest point. This is Velika Gora, Big Mountain. And slowly, once we cross the bridge that is in front of us, we will see what we call the new part of the cave. And why the new part of the cave? because this part of the cave was discovered a little bit later in the year 1891 by one of the first European caving societies from here, from Postojna. It was called Antro. What they discovered inside there, they discovered three impressive chambers that we call the Predjama, the beautiful caves. We will see them all together. The first chamber that we will see inside the beautiful caves is called the Spaghetti Chamber with noodle-like formations. The stalactites, the one hanging from the ceiling, they actually look like noodles. And there's a reason and explanation for it. The ceiling inside there has smaller, tiny cracks. So the droplets from rain, they go through tiny holes and give this characteristic formation. The second chamber that we will see inside the beautiful caves is called the White Chamber, with pure calcite formations. And the third one is called the Red Chamber, with reddish-orange formations. We will cross the beautiful caves in silence. It will take us approximately 10 to 15 minutes, but we will also be descending at the same time down here to the lowest point, 120 meters underground. Down there I will continue with my next explanation. But before we cross, before I let you enjoy the beautiful caves that we also call the paradise, please take a look up, because this place is rich in what we call the cortids. These formations above us are also made of calcium carbonate, left behind by the constant seeping of rainwater through the cracks in the ceiling, same as the stalactites and stalagmites that we saw previously. But the only difference for them to form is that they need an inclined wall, because the droplets from rain, they never hit the floor. They just slide and glide through the wall and give this characteristic formation. Probably you already saw some of them in the train. We will see more throughout the tour. As well, inside these beautiful caves, we will see a lot of formations, shining, sparkling. These are calcite crystals. When the formations are dry, they shine. When they are wet, we don't see them. But inside the beautiful caves, you will see a lot of formations shining, sparkling. Since here, you can take a look up. We have here one that we call the red tulip. As you can see, it has tiny, small calcite crystals.
गिरनार में तो लगना यहाँ रोप पे जाएंगे ओ कितना वीडियो उतारवा बोलिए
Here you can see how slowly the color will change, gradually change from pure gas light to reddish orange. This is the beginning of the third chamber of the beautiful cake. This is red chamber.
Oh.